delegate representing the Bahamas.
Mr. President, fellow delegates, good afternoon. In 1948, the General Assembly of the United Nations proclaimed the Universal Declaration of Human Rights as a document which sets a standard of achievement for people of all nations. This declaration, through teaching and education, promotes respect for these rights and freedoms for all people, nationally and internationally. The 2006 report of the Bahamas concluded that the Bahamas was a country that generally respected its human rights. While commenting on the report, the United States Charge d'Affaires to the Bahamas, Dr. Brent Hart, regarded the Bahamas as one of the strongest advocates for human rights in the Northern Hemisphere. He further stated that the Bahamas has a human rights record of which all Bahamians can be proud, and that the Bahamas stood out among our Caribbean peers in support for key human rights resolutions in the United Nations in 2006. Unlike Jamaica, Amnesty International does not have to reprimand our country concerning our human rights, according to the Caribbean News, which was aired on our ZNS television network on Tuesday, April 1st, 2008. However, it must be noted that no country, and I repeat, no country has a perfect record with regard to human rights. In regard to religion, the Bahamas has no restrictions according to one's persuasion of worship. The majority of Bahamians are members of established churches, for example, Anglican, Catholic, Baptist, and Methodist. In addition, Bahamians are free to worship with the Mormon, Baha'i, Rastafarian, or Muslim faith. We have Christian philosophies, but they are not laws. One has the choice of being Christian or not. The Bahamas has a colorful, exciting culture. We are of the consensus that one's culture can limit one's actions. For example, let us examine Cuba. One cannot freely voice his or her opinion about the Cuban government without being severely reprimanded or punished. That is their culture. In 19th century Russia, if one were a Jew, he or she would be ostracized. That was their culture. However, this cannot be said of the Bahamas. We freely express ourselves in thought, word, and deed. It is seen in our dance, dress, food, and speech. We experience free elections and freedom to move in and out of the country. Even the airwaves are open to private opinions, such as one of our local TV shows, My 5 Cents, where any and all Bahamians are entitled to voice their opinion on any topic. The Bahamian Constitution, our highest law, which mirrors the Human Rights Constitution, affords us the opportunity to enjoy all of these freedoms. Economically, the Bahamas' government welcomes investors globally, which provides jobs with lucrative salaries. These jobs enhance productivity, encourage a high level of foreign exchange, provide government revenue, and assist with our import and export. Investors do not have to worry about their money. They are allowed to make it and spend it as they please. The Bahamas is not like Russia, which does not have a free economy. Today, they are broke. Human rights in the Bahamas. We are the leading advocates for upholding the standard of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Is it relevant? Absolutely. We believe that this human rights proclamation is indeed relevant, as it seeks to respect the rights of every individual, bound or free, regardless of race, ethnicity, or background. The Bahamas, my country, is committed to this universal document, as well as to its continued development, and we will not be swayed from our persuasions. We will remain resolute that this document will benefit future generations. Thank you.
In a world of chaos, heinous sadistic tortures of women and children, and the deprivation of basic human rights, countries everywhere seek a solution. one that will promote peace to sustain and benefit their country. By promoting human welfare throughout the international community, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights embodies a most vital and pertinent framework for international peace, the same peace that is sought after by the United Nations. Moreover, it is a peace required to consolidate Israel as a country and to stabilize its society. Since its inception in December 1948, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, hereafter referred to as the Declaration, has been recognized as one of the single most important documents produced in the 20th century. It is seen as an essential document that seeks to promote and preserve individual life, dignity, and peace. Though it is not international law, many countries as different as Switzerland and the Bahamas have adopted its principles and incorporated them in their constitutions. Israel was established in May 1948, just 7 months before the Declaration. Though Israel has no written constitution, it employs a Knesset who establishes a document of basic law by which every Israeli citizen must abide. Within this basic law, 7 articles of the Declaration are utilized, thus legalizing a portion of the Declaration. Since Israel declared itself a liberated country, we have been at odds with other countries. There have been 6 devastating wars between Arab countries and ourselves. The Arab countries have denied the Israeli people the right to existence and freedom, as did Iranian President Ahmadinejad on December 8, 2005, when he denied Israel's right to exist and even denied the Holocaust had occurred. The United Nations recognizes Israel as a country whose people have an international voice and a right to existence. Articles 1 and 3 of the Declaration are also in accordance with this. Our entire existence has been one of defense. We have been outcast by the nations of the Middle East and deprived of any opportunity to benefit from commerce generated by regional oil wealth. Instead, we have been characterized by arms races and instability. Does this appear to be embodiment of the Declaration or even peace? I think not. If the Arab countries began to regard the Declaration, there could be peace in the Middle East. The Declaration is a framework for resolution of conflict regarding values, culture, religion, and economics, conflicts which all peace-loving countries seek to resolve. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights is universally relevant because it contains the precepts essential to equality, integration, and for Israelis, the acknowledgement of Israel as a country. The Declaration induces tolerance within the international community for one another's religious and cultural views. This is achieved by admonishing religious freedom and condemning cultural discrimination. In addition, with all the non-observance and neglect of human standards, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is a necessary document to counteract each wrong and injustice. Yet, the only way for mass effectiveness to occur is for the principles outlined in the Declaration to be incorporated into the constitutions of the member states of the United Nations. Thank you.